we just saw the 4 guys out who I think Tobi could be. But out of them 2 people, I think he's Madara's brother. The second, third, last guy, I think he's Setsuna. So one reason I think them guys, let me tell you, the first one, why I think he could be Madara's brother. The one reason, because he don't even know about Madara's past. Because he don't even been with Madara all his life. So he don't even know about all Madara's past and all that stuff. So that's why I think it's him. Plus, we saw a picture when he had long hair with the mask. Somebody had long hair with the mask on. The mask guy, Tobi, had long hair with the mask on. And he looked like Madara's brother. He had the same exact hairstyle like Madara's brother. Same exact hairstyle. And he could be Madara's brother because he had the same exact hairstyle. And he wanted to plot revenge on the leaders which could kill his brother. So he wanted to plot revenge on him. But Madara said he didn't die during the first Hokage fight. So that could do the question out of the book. Or somehow he killed Madara and took Madara's eyes somehow. I don't know. Maybe Madara lost one of his eyes. Maybe Madara lost one of his eyes when he was fighting. Maybe he lost one of his eyes when he was fighting. What's his name again? Fighting. Yeah, the first Hokage. Madara fought the first Hokage, and maybe when he lost one of his eyes, his brother saw more hurt. Then somehow his brother took his eye back. I don't know. Brother could be blind though, but it couldn't be true. So the guy in the mask, he couldn't be his brother though. So the guy in the mask had to. We saw a picture of his brother dead in the coffin, so it couldn't be his brother. Let's probably fake his death. But then again, I think it can't be his brother because it had to be Madara. But one reason I think is Madara. One reason is that Madara never died after the first Hokage fight. So that was probably him in the mask, but it's the second person that it was 2 men in the mask. There's another man in the mask. Somehow, Madara never died. It was 2 men in the mask, 2 men working together. Somehow. Whoever that person is, Madara taught that guy how to control the television somehow. He taught him, he trained him, he taught that person how to control the television, do all that stuff. Whatever that person is, could be the person I said, Setsuna. He could be him, but a lot of people say it can't be him because a lot of people say I'm going to show myself, but he probably was lying all the time. He didn't want to make him show himself. All that stuff was lies, people. I understand. Only thing was true is the Moon Eye plan. Everything else was a lie. He was lying about the show himself. He was lying. He was lying. He was telling a lie about who he really was. All that stuff was a put on lie. Was a lie. Only plan he doing, try to do the Moon Eye plan. That's his only plan, and that's it. And nothing else, people. All that stuff was a bunch of lies. He said it stuff. Any Tsunami said to herself, it was a lie. Any Tsunami said to herself that why the man in the mask will say he Madara. Tsunami said the reason why he said he Madara to start a war up. That name is real powerful. Madara is a real powerful name. A lot of people fear Madara. Except the first Hokage, basically. That's the only person who really didn't fear Madara. So, a lot of people said, no, a lot of people saying that Tobi wasn't Madara, but then we confirmed that he's not Madara. We saw Madara's dead body. Some Madara got back from the day. We saw Madara come out the coffin. So he can't be Madara. People say he put Madara put his soul inside somebody's body. No, he didn't. He didn't. Just go back what the Tsunami said. Go back to the chapter where when he talked to Naruto said, "You're not Madara, huh?" He said, "You call me whoever you want, Tobi or Madara. I'm nobody." He said he's a nobody. He's no name. He had no name. He's a nobody. That's what he's trying to say. So he said that he's not Madara. He said you call me whoever you want, Madara or Tobi. So that proved that he's not Madara. So the other question, one reason who he could be is Setsuna. The Setsuna was a nobody. Setsuna was a nobody. He no name. The only thing he was a part of was the police force. The only thing he was a part of the police force. And he made a plot. He made a plot on trying to take over the League Village too. He made a plot. Setsuna made a plot on trying to take over the League Village. Setsuna Uchiha was part of the police force with the Uchiha. The Second Hokage made all them police force because just to keep watching him. He knew about that. That's why he wanted to take the lead with his back, because he didn't want to got treated like dogs. He followed Setsuna, followed in Matt Data's footsteps. Other people's and him was following Matt Data's footsteps, following Matt Data's will. That's what he said to Sasuke. They wanted to finish what Matt Data didn't finish. So they wanted to attack the lead with it. So he plotted to attack the lead with it. That was him. He found a way how to control the Tobis. He found a way how to teleport with his shotgun. You see it's a regular shotgun. And no Magu shotgun. People stop saying it's a Magu shotgun. The shotgun he got is not a Magu shotgun. It's a regular shotgun. It's a regular shotgun, people. So stop saying he got a Magu shotgun. And people say because he's weak. No, that doesn't mean him. He didn't show no strong power. Tobi did not show no strong power. All he do is teleport. That is not showing that you're unstoppable and strong. Only thing you do is teleport and go on the ground. So if you tell me that show you fair, the reason why people fear him mostly because of his name, Madara. That's why he said that name, because everybody could fear him. Any Tsunami said it in the war, I forgot what chapter, but she said it that the reason why he made his name so he could start a war up. Because it gave him a chance to catch the Tobis. His plan almost success when he fought against Naruto. He almost catching Naruto until the Caspian guy came. He wanted to distract everybody because he could fight Naruto by himself, then catch Naruto and kill a bee. That was plain. He almost captured them too. He almost had them all too. Until the guy came to save their life. So peoples, he got to be that guy. That's the only guy that could think. He's a no-name itchy, not that he weak, and he's no-name. Nobody fear him, so that's why he changed it. Say he's Madara. Nobody. He said his real name, Setsuna. Nobody wouldn't fear him, or somebody else. Another Uchiha. Could be somebody else. We don't know who he is. I guess we gotta wait and see, man. I just think it's him, man. You look at him, he look kind of like him. He had the same exact clothes he's wearing now. The mask, he has a new mask on, almost the same, like wrapped around him. And holding his sword, wetting up, holding that fan, wetting up. It's just exactly like this. That way, Tobi dressed when he got the new mask on. So basically, it's just hard to say. He got the same exact hair, and not because of the hair, because what he wanted to plot to take lead with his back. He plotted to do all that stuff. He followed a Mad Data will. So that way he called himself Mad Data, because he looked up to Mad Data. He was one of them guys that looked up to Mad Data, wanted to be Mad Data. I mean, he wanted to be Madara. He one of them guys. That's why I think he might be him, because we never found out how he died. Nothing. A lot of people say we never found out how he really died. Everything. We never found out how he died. Never said, show him dead, nothing. Confirm his death be really how he died. They never said how he died. They never. So it had to be him. That's the only guy that could be scared of Madara, because he's not that strong. He's the only guy that could think that could be him. That's the only guy I think might be him. It could be him, because nobody won't fear his name, because he's a real nobody. So nobody won't fear him. So he had to say Madara because people could fear him. So it had to be somebody or nobody. So it had to be Setsuna or nobody. So nobody really fear. So that was Madara say he Madara to just trick everybody. All that stuff he was saying was all lies. People understand that. Somehow he learned about Madara past. Somehow Madara never died. Somehow Madara was plotting on something. It was two madmen. Setsu was one of the madmen. Madara is the first madman. You see, somehow Madara died, or he betrayed Madara and killed Madara off. Somehow. I don't know. Somehow he betrayed Madara and killed Madara off. Somehow. You saw him with the long hair. We talking to Uchiha. Somehow he betrayed Madara somehow. I don't know. I think he betrayed Madara, then wanted to go with the Moon Eye plan. He didn't want to go with Madara plan to go to Libra. He just wanted to do the Moon Eye plan. He wanted another plan. All right, peace out, people. Tell me what y'all think. Bye.